Hey gay men, welcome back. I'm Alexander Sterling. Now, if you keep ending up with guys who are emotionally cold, avoidant, unpredictable, it's not a coincidence. It's not just bad luck. There are real, invisible patterns that pull us toward people who feel familiar but not safe. And today, I want to break down the 3 biggest reasons this keeps happening to you, even if you've done the healing work. Starting with number 1. Familiarity feels like chemistry. A lot of people think attraction is this magical, uncontrollable spark. But in reality, it's often pattern recognition. Your nervous system is wired to seek what feels familiar, not necessarily what feels good. So if a gay man grew up in an emotionally unpredictable home, maybe a parent was loving one moment and cold or critical the next, he may unconsciously associate inconsistency with love. This creates what we call a trauma bond or an attachment imprint. You don't just seek connection. You seek the emotional terrain that matches your early blueprint. So when someone is a little distant, mysterious, or emotionally unavailable, it activates a subconscious memory. This is what love feels like. The brain lights up, not because this person is safe, but because the emotional rhythm matches what you learned early on. Ironically, when someone stable and emotionally available enters the picture, they might seem boring or untrustworthy. Not because they are, but because your system doesn't know how to read that kind of safety yet. Familiar pain often feels safer than unfamiliar calm. This isn't a moral failing. It's your nervous system trying to resolve unfinished business. It wants a different outcome this time. So it draws you back into the same emotional dynamic, hoping that this time the emotionally distant partner will finally choose you, stay, love you well. But that rarely happens unless we pause and rewrite the script. Number 2, subconscious beliefs about worthiness. Many gay men, especially those who faced rejection, bullying, religious trauma, or the need to hide growing up, internalize deep beliefs that they aren't worthy of love just as they are. They learn that love has to be earned, performed for, or bargained through perfection, sexual desirability, emotional caretaking, or self-sacrifice. So when someone emotionally unavailable comes along, it triggers this subconscious script. If I can get them to choose me, it'll mean I really am lovable. The emotionally unsafe partner becomes a kind of project, a mirror they're trying to fix. The logic goes, if I can just be patient enough, sexy enough, supportive enough, maybe they'll finally open up. This turns love into a performance instead of a relationship. This is rooted in what we sometimes call core shame. Not guilt over what you've done, but a belief that there's something wrong with who you are. And if that belief is running the show, you'll be drawn to people who make you feel like you have to earn love, because unconditional love feels foreign, suspicious, or even unsafe. Partners who treat you well might make you feel exposed, or even trigger self-sabotage, because they challenge your underlying narrative. Healing this means learning to sit with the discomfort of being seen without performance. It means building a new belief system around the idea that love doesn't have to hurt, and that you don't have to bleed for it to count. Number 3, misreading emotional hunger as compatibility. Many gay men grow up emotionally starved, cut off from affection, intimacy, or authentic connection. Sometimes it's due to homophobic family systems. Other times it's the result of navigating a world that told us from a young age that our desires were wrong or dangerous. Over time, this creates a deep ache, a hunger. The problem is, hunger makes it hard to tell what's actually nourishing. A single drop of attention, a flirtatious message, a warm compliment, a night of sex that feels like connection, can feel like a feast to someone who's starving. That kind of emotional intensity can be intoxicating, but it's not always a sign of real compatibility or emotional safety. This is especially dangerous with emotionally unsafe partners, those who might love bomb at first and then pull away, or those who show up only when it's convenient for them. Because when you're emotionally hungry, you're more likely to cling to crumbs. You might ignore red flags because you've already emotionally invested in the fantasy of what this connection could become. That potential feels more important than the actual reality in front of you. And that makes it easy to confuse intensity with intimacy or obsession with connection. When in truth, real emotional safety often feels slow, steady, maybe even boring at first. It doesn't rush, it builds. And that kind of love only becomes attractive once you've done enough healing to recognize that peace isn't the same as lack of passion. Thanks for watching. If you're a gay man and these conversations speak to you, go ahead and hit subscribe. I post new videos every week about the things we go through: love, identity, healing, and everything in between. I'd love to have you be part of this community. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.